So we've just got 2 joins to do and then we'll be a closed up bunny. And those are these joins here, and they are the neck joins as referred to in your pattern. I'm going to turn it this way because again we're going to be working mattress stitch up here. I'll make a start on that and I'll stop when I get to here to show you how to handle that, because truthfully I don't know either. Let's have a look, let's have a go. I'll get going. Right, I'm coming to the front paw now, so I'm just gonna get really up close to that corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm kind of carry on the mattress stitch along that cast off edge. Just see if that closes it up enough, that's great. If not, we'll rethink. Should do. I've got a feeling that Claire, who wrote this beautiful pattern, has a handle on it. Now when I'm doing the mattress stitch on that cast off edge, I'm actually going to put my needle under, can you see that? Under the V. Hard to know if you can see because working completely blind. Have no idea what you can see on the camera. I think it's okay. So under the V, you're not looking for the bars, you're looking for the V. So again, we'll go through that next V along. Can you see? I think you can see. That's working beautifully, and what it's actually doing is bringing the foreleg in to sort of close towards the chest a bit, which is good because in the finished bunny those 2 little forelegs I think are sort of stitched together a little. Really enjoyed this, have you? It's a lovely thing, very timely with being Easter and all. Right, so I'm going to do that through the last one there. So I've just got this tiny little hole to close, back to using regular mattress stitch, which is, as you know, our favourite. Oh, I'll put it around his little foreleg. Simply the cleverest thing in the world, isn't it? Right, still quite a triangular bunny mine, but don't worry, we'll work on that. Right, I'm just going to fasten this off under this arm so you can't really see it. Now what I'm going to do before I go over and close the other side is just adjust the stuffing. So in the pattern Claire says we're looking for gentle shaping, not too much fatness. That struck a chord, I can tell you. So I'm just going to go through and reposition some of the filling, just to fill out the cheeks a little bit, because then I can shape into the neck and all sorts. Because when it's all closed up, if you need to, you can even, you know, pop a stitch in somewhere if you need to. Okay, so I feel that there's enough in there. I'm not going to add any more. You've got quite a fat head. Again, that strikes a chord. So I'm not going to put any more in. I'm going to sew up and then we will do the finishing touches. So I'm going to just sew in exactly the same way. Sew this side. Right, I've sewn one of the legs on, the back legs. I've still got that annoying point. I might deal with that in a minute. But you will see I've sort of sewn it just to the side of the belly shaping. And I'm going to do the same over on this side with the other leg. I just wanted to show you, it's a really simple process. I'm going to have the seam bottommost, and I'm just going to try and, oh look, got a little bit of fluff coming through there. I'll sort that out as well. I'm going to just try and line it up. Poke that in. Oh, it's not fluff, it's the yarn. The mattress stitched yarn. Gosh, can't get my words out. Right, so I've got some cinnamon yarn thread up on my needle, and I am just going to be quite robust, let's use that word, robust in joining that yarn, just so that it is held nice and securely. Okay, and then I'm going to go up the side of the leg, and I'm just taking a little bit of the main body of the rabbit and over sewing, so I'm not doing anything, no special stitches, just a good old-fashioned over sewing to secure it in place. So I'm not going to go too far up here because I haven't yet finished sort of positioning where I want everything to sit. So I'm going to bring my needle back through down to the end and then turn and come up the other side. I need to sort that haunch out a little bit as well. The good thing with the toys is that when you have finished, they're very forgiving and you can mould. So if I sit him upright, all of a sudden he can sit up. Isn't that amazing? Hey, I'm so happy. I didn't know whether that was going to happen. So I've got a sitting up bunny. I don't think I need to move that leg at all. I think that's in pretty good shape. So I'm going to cast or fasten off that little bit of yarn. Please take your time with this. I am somewhat rushing it to get it on the video for you, but you can obviously take your time to do a really nice job on this. Now, he does require a little bit of moulding. His little head needs a bit of shaping. And what I'm going to do before I finish shaping the head, because we're going to actually shape that by putting a stitch through it, I'm going to just, as in our sample, I'm going to just put a little stitch in to hold these two front paws together, and again, just not a fancy schmancy stitch. I think I'll use cream yarn and just do a couple of small stitches just to hold those little paws together. You can come all the way through and just hide the yarn sort of inside the paw. You might need to do that a few times to get it to catch. It's caught now. Okay, so there's no, you can't really see an end or anything like that. And I'm just going to just close them. They don't need to be really industrial strength sewn together. I'm not going to have this little boy doing any heavy lifting, but maybe pop a flower through there or something. My bunny's going to be called Cinnamon. What's yours going to be called? I never had a rabbit when I was little. Not a pet anyway. Right, I think that will do. Secure. Ta-da! Cinnamon, you're gorgeous. Right, so shaping the face. How do we shape the face? Let's have a look at that now, shall we? Right, little Chubby Chops here is going to have a little bit of sculpting. Not surgical really, but just to sort of pull this in a little. So what I've done is I've got a piece of cinnamon yarn, and I folded it in half, and those two cut ends are those are the ones I'm going to thread onto the needle or through the needle, and we're going to keep that loop at the other end of the needle. So I'm going to decide where to sort of pull him in a bit, and I think I'm going to pull him in around here. Okay, and I'm going to pass the needle through one side of the head to the other, but not all the way. So I want to keep that loop. You can pop it over your finger if you need to, because if you pull that all the way through, you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve. Right, I'm then going to just do, now in her instructions, Claire suggests about 1 inch, but oh, have I pulled the wrong end there? Hold on, I need to get that other end out. Come on, which one is it? There we are. I don't know whether I'm going to go a full inch on here because my face shape, or the bunny face shape, is slightly different. So I'm just going to maybe do a sort of 1/2 inch, put the needle under 1/2 inch or so from where I've come out, where the yarn's come out. Come back through, push the needle through to the other side of the head, coming out in roughly the same place, if you can see. And you see the needle coming through. And then I'm going to bring that needle through the looped end. Okay, now what that's going to do, if I just gently pull, it's caving the side of his head in, but I'm just going to ease it through until this loop closes up. Any time now would be great, thanks. Here we go. Right, so you just need to ease that through, and what will happen is the end will secure and you will have shaped Bunny's face nicely. Beautiful. So I'm just going to take some time to secure the ends here because I want to do a neat job on that, because obviously it's on the face and that will show. Then I'm going to give him a little plump and we'll have a look at him at the end. Okay, he's done. I know it's hard to show you because of the camera angle, but I love him a lot. Now obviously you can mould and squish and redistribute the filling of your bunny as much as you like to sort of change his little face appearance, and I quite like having one ear forward and one back and whatever. But he is an absolute delight. I'm really happy with my little Dutch bunny, Cinnamon.